everyone, it's Miss Vanessa. I'm so excited to read you a story today called Not Norman, a goldfish story. It is about a little boy who gets a new pet goldfish and how he feels about this new pet. Before we start, I'm going to go over a few things. Like I said, our title is Not Norman. It is by Kelly Bennett. Now, I want you to think about what is the best thing about having a pet. Also, I want us to practice being open. It says we are open to trying new things and learning. We listen to others and try to understand, even if it is not easy. I want you to think about how our main character, the little boy in our story, is open to his new pet Norman, or if it's hard for him to be open to having a new pet Norman. There are a couple of cool words in this story I want us to focus on. One is the word gunky. Can you say gunky? Gunky means sticky or messy. The other word we're going to see in our story is tuba. Can you say tuba? A tuba is a musical instrument made of brass, like trumpets and trombones, and you blow into it to make it make music. All right, let's get started. Not Norman, a goldfish story. When I got Norman, I didn't want to keep him. I wanted a different kind of pet. Not Norman. I wanted a pet who could run and catch, or one who could climb trees and chase strings. A soft, furry pet to sleep in my bed at night. Not Norman. All Norman does is swim around and around and around and around and around. I'm noticing this young boy is not very open or excited about having Norman as a pet. This is it, Norman, I decide. I'm trading you in for a good pet. Norman doesn't move, not even a fin twitches. How can I treat him in like this? No one will want a sorry-looking fish in a gunky bowl. There's our word gunky, so his bowl looks like it needs to be cleaned. When I drop Norman into his nice clean bowl, he starts dipping and flipping and flapping his fins around. He looks so goofy, I have to laugh. Maybe he's appreciating Norman a little more. Let's keep reading. Don't think that just because you made me laugh, I'm going to keep you, I tell him. Tomorrow, you're out of here. Norman blows a stream of bubbles. The next day, I take Norman to school with me. If I talk him up real good during show and tell, maybe someone will want him. On the way there, we see my friend Austin. Austin has a real cool dog and 7 puppies. Want to swap one of your pups for Norman, I ask. Who's Norman? asks Austin. My goldfish, I say. By the time I rescue Norman, half of his water is gone. Oh no, Norman's in trouble. Those puppies wanted to drink his water. Our friend looks worried about his pet Norman. Maybe he's starting to like him a little more. I'm sorry, I tell Norman when we get to school. I'm really sorry. He just stares at me, all googly-eyed. Finally, it's my turn to show and tell. Just as I start to talk about Goldfish, Emily shouts, "Jenny's gone! Who let my snake out?" Oh no. I can see his face in this picture. He looks a little happy to be sharing. Uh-oh. Everyone's out of their seats. Does anyone hear the story of how I got Norman? Does anyone even ask to hold his bowl? They're all jumping and screaming and chasing the snake. Not Norman. He's looking right at me. Thanks for listening, I tell him. I'm noticing our friend here is showing himself to be a little more open to Norman, a little more appreciative, a little more thankful to have this goldfish. Because the goldfish was listening to him when no one else was. That afternoon, we go to my music lesson. As soon as it's over, I'm taking Norman back to the pet store. I take out my tuba and begin to play. Bum, 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 bum. I glance over at Norman. He's swaying back and forth. Glug, glug, he mouths. Look, Norman's singing, I say. Pay attention, snaps Maestro, and try to play the correct notes. Our friend seems to like Norman, but he doesn't seem quite sure yet. Still talking about taking him back to the store. Maestro makes me stay for extra practice. By the time my lesson is over, it's too late to go to the pet store. Don't think just because you liked my music, I'm going to keep you, I tell Norman. He gulps. That night, I'm sound asleep when screech, scratch. What's that noise? Scratch, scritch, scratch. Yikes, there's something at the window. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I spot Norman. He isn't scared. He isn't swimming around in circles either. He gulps and gives me a little wave. I am not alone. Together, Norman and I slide open the curtains. It was just a broken tree branch. Thanks for watching out for me, Norman. On Saturday, I take Norman to the pet store, just like I said I would. I look at the cats and dogs and snakes and birds. I look at the hamsters and the mice and the lizards too. They all look like good pets, but they are not Norman. When I got Norman, I wasn't sure I wanted to keep him. But now, even if I could have any pet in the whole world, I wouldn't trade him. Not Norman. And you can see he's put a little sign on the top of Norman's fish tank. It says, Norman, one amazing fish. So it looks like our friend became open to the idea of Norman and started to be thankful for him and for the things that they did together. If I was to answer our question, what is my favorite thing about having a pet? It would be exactly like what Norman was. Very, very nice to me, always there to listen to me and keep me safe. So think about what your favorite things are about having a pet. Why are they so special and important to have? All right, thanks guys for listening. I miss you. Bye.